I have something in my golf bag which could be perfect to transform your game for a fraction of the price that you think it might cost. So let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. Guys, that's right, in today's video I have what could be the perfect launch monitor to take out here on the golf course and work on your golf game. Guys, it's that small, it's that simple, it's that easy. I'm going to carry it around with me on the course and see if I can improve my golf game. Because you see, consistency is the main thing that I want to improve on in 2022. I've had the lessons, I just haven't been putting in the time. But you see, these things are only as good as the software that comes with them. So I initially struggled with this, but I did give it a little bit more time because I'm like most blokes and not too savvy when it comes to stuff like that. Luckily enough, there's a QR code on the back which generally works. If can we have that? Anyone? There we go. There's a QR code on the back that makes it nice to set up if it doesn't find it automatically. That's one of the biggest things for me. I don't want to be faffing around too much if I'm out here on the golf course. It's a nice quiet afternoon today. Please register. Your Mevo Plus enables you to get improved. We're not going to do that today because I haven't got the time, but I can just come out here and hit a few and work on that consistency. So guys, we're going to go full swing. I'm hitting a 5-iron off this first tee, and that's really easy just to step around. And that's really easy to step around, and then I can look at the parameters for what my ball flight is doing. We'll talk about what parameters you do get with the Flightscope Mevo Plus in just a second. Right, how far guys for a 5-iron? Get in the comments. That was a really horrible one. That's not going to be far at all. 165.7 carry. Guys, that'll be on screen for you now. Right, compress this better, more out the middle. 180. Like that. Much more like it, 185. And the final one, let's have the best swing so far, 190. Knuckleball. Oh, 178, a little bit heavy maybe, but lots to work on, and I can just throw this back in the bag and we can move on. So look at those first few shots there, 165 carry, 185 carry and a 178 carry. Ball speeds ranging from 121, which was that horrible Healy shot, to 128 and 122. Spin rate 5995, 4825, which is on the money for a 185 shot with a 5-iron, and then a mega low 2975 spin. Not gonna lie, I thought it was a knuckleball, it was just a duff. And funnily enough, the best shot so far for that fairway is actually the poorest shot, the 165, and that's what you can kind of learn being out here on the golf course. How far do I actually have to hit it on these holes to get in prime position? I thought 5-iron was the club there, but the 185 and the 180 have gone in the bunker over there, so we will play the worst of the bunch. So already here I'm learning what club I need to take under these conditions to not hit those off the first tee. That's not ideal. What I can do, however, is work in tandem with my yardage device, and I'm going to make sure that it's set on yardage with slope, because obviously the launch monitor is going to work on a flat basis, and we have 103 playing at 93, so I need to work on a 93 yard shot here, slightly downwind, we'll call it 90 yards. Throw the Flightscope down nice and quickly. One of the things you have to do is set the tilt on it correctly. We're going to go sand wedge here. Ready. That wasn't too bad. Trying to get through this as quick as possible, so I am just kind of collecting the data. Right, 90 yard shot, 3 of them. How good can we do? That was a duff. Proper duff. Think about it, James. Better. 80? That's going to go in. Oh, it's lipped out, that one. 70 yards, right. We need to land this about 80 realistically. Again, learning about the numbers I need to play. Right, two 70-yard shots. Let's have a look at those numbers. So looking at those numbers, I'm not learning a lot from the duffed shot, although they've all made the green, strangely enough. The other two shots, very, very similar, 70 yards apiece, but they have run out down to the flag because I am kind of playing the golf course, not just the numbers. And that's where you could potentially get wrapped up, guys, if you are practicing with numbers out here on a golf course, and maybe may use this more for club testing, more for thinking about what clubs to hit off which certain holes. And the big beauty about the Mevo Plus is you can use it for putting and chipping. So what I'd generally do is get the putting data, send it to Chris, my putting coach, and let him work from the rest of it. Now, it's not perfect. There is an upgrade that you can get. I realised I haven't even touched on the price of this yet. See if we can roll this closest one in for birdie. Turn. Got it. You see, on its own, you can get the Flightscope Mevo Plus for around £1,500, £1,700, depending where you go. That's around $2,000, I think. But if you do want extended parameters, if you want club face, if you want swing path, if you want all that kind of club data, then there is the Flightscope Mevo Pro Plus package, which you can get. That's an extra £900, I do believe. So, is that going to be worth it? Let me know if you've got it, guys. Now, a particularly useful way that this Flightscope could be used out on the golf course isn't just following yourself around with it while you're playing golf. It's seeing how your clubs and golf balls react in different circumstances, such as from 150 yards in the rough. I thought I had more golf balls to here. And this is certainly something I wouldn't be doing if I was playing with my friends, if I was playing with, well, anyone, or if there's anyone playing around me, because I am properly taking my time here. 151 yards. Okay, that's quite accurate, that's scarily accurate. 150 yards, we are out the rough, and the wind, very scientifically, is that way. So I'm going to hit an 8 iron here, so I'll update the session that I am using. We'll go full swing again. We are outside start session, and this time I'm going to go 8 iron, generic. You can set these up to be your own, but I haven't done, because again, I'm a bloke. I can put that down so I can see it, and we can see how these balls react. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to drop them in the rough rather than place them down and just see, oh, that's not a great light at all, just see exactly how these balls do react. Now, I'm not too worried about direction, so I've not worried too much about setting it up with the camera for your target, which you can do. But how's it going to spin and how far is it going to go from this sat down lie? That's all over it. Be good. 141.9. We'll go again. Try not to throw it in its own divot. This should come out better. I'd expect further from this one. What did that one spin actually? So this is what you can do. Still span at 7,900, and the ball flight was bang right, a lovely little draw. Let's see if we can hit a similar shot. That was skinnier. Should spin less. I wasn't well struck at all. Amazing how humbling numbers can be when you start testing for your mishits. Something which a lot of golfers don't get. We are into the wind slightly here as well. Wind is turned off, I believe, though. Right, a bit more grass between the ball this time. This should come out spinning lower. Again, good shot to it. That one was all over it and actually pitched near the flag as well. Let's go and see how close they are to the distances that the device is saying. I told you, spin less, 6.5. It's important to know how clubs and balls react. I better take that with me actually as well. Now, if I was doing a proper serious test, guys, like I was doing on the range earlier, testing golf clubs, then I will set myself a proper target. I'll make sure I line it up properly with the camera so that it is as accurate as it can possibly be. I have been using this to get numbers for club reviews and things like that, and I found it quite not only simple and easy to use to get the numbers, but also pretty accurate as well, guys. Let me know if you'd like to see me compare it to our indoor studio that we usually use. And you'll see there we have the 135, the 140, and the 152 playing 151. That is outrageous, isn't it? Nearly went in. And you see, I do think this is very much a case of you get what you pay for. I think by no means is it a perfect launch monitor, but it's still 10% of the price of some of the most expensive ones on the market, i.e. your Trackmans and GC quads. Let's hit some drives down this last hole. We're still into the wind, so this is going to be interesting to see just how far we can get. But for a launch monitor which you can literally throw in your golf bag and take with you, I think that's my pre-shot routine. I need to make sure I don't stand on it, because that wouldn't be great. And again, I'm going to finish the session and start a new one, because I do like the idea of looking back at them just for the shots I've been hitting and the clubs I've been hitting. Start new session. No internet connection. We don't need it, do we?
Carry is 267.4 yards. Ready.
Into the wind, that's a great number. What's that spinning at? 2.7 again. Last one. Break the 270 into this wind's a good hit for me, carry wise. Anyway, let's have a look at the total numbers in a sec. Big high toey one to finish. That's going to be down.
Carry is 240.8 yards.
So if I have a look at my numbers there for the better swing, we'll say 267 carry, 114.8 club speed, 165 ball speed. They're good numbers for me. Spinning at 2.7 into the wind, I think the total was 292.7. Shot type was a hook. That's quite a hook. I thought it was alright myself. Don't forget the launch monitor, James. So what are my honest thoughts on this Flightscope Mevo Plus? I think if I was going to spend $2,000 on something like this, I'd definitely learn about it. I'd read every instruction manual and I'd watch every YouTube video. Maybe not this one. This isn't really what it's designed to be used for, but I love the idea of it being so portable and useful, and I will probably use it more like this than on the range that I have been doing. I found it really useful on the range just to work on generic ball numbers, distance, spin rate, trajectory, and all those things. I do think if you're going to get this, you really should spend the extra money and get the extra data, the club data, swing path, club face, and everything like that. I think it's a bit of a shame they don't really come as standard, and that does bump the price up to nearly $3,000, $3,500. But it's still way cheaper than a Trackman 4 or a GC quad or anything like that. But guys, get in the comments below and let me know, what do you think? Would you spend the money on a Flightscope Mevo Plus? Apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Bye!